Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today. And look at the boys. Oh, man. Good to see you fellas back. Big Greg, what's up, man? How we doing?
Good. Happy Friday. Ready for another big old football weekend, and happy that Brad's back with the three of us. I've been on those last couple of weeks, and we haven't been able to cross paths. So happy to see Brad again.
Yeah, man. Big Brad, what's up, bro?
What's up, AB? What's up, Big Greg? Happy to be back. We got football this weekend. We can put the international slate in the past. League footy, everything's happening in the world of football right now. So I am excited to be back. And also the big world of American football, that's back and excelling. And I love that too. So it's just such a good time of year.
It is such a good time. You're exactly right. A good time indeed. Good to see everybody in the chat. If you could, hit the like button real quick. It would help out a ton right now. If you're watching on your phone, just grab the screen, pull it down, hit like, pop it back up. I won't ask you for anything else, but that would be massively helpful right now. Big Brad said, good morning, crew. Go, Pack, go. What a game last night. We're going to talk about that here in 1 second. Tina, good morning, AB, Greg, Brad, and crew. Good morning, Tina. So good to see you. All right, now, keep this in your mind, Greg. All right, Tariq Skubal, is he getting 8 strikeouts? All right, we're going to talk about this, but just keep this in your head. All right, we'll discuss here in a minute. Now, speaking of yesterday, I mean, you know, it's tough around here at Driving the Line at getting winning picks. It's hard to find. So, I mean, yeah, I know. You know, just brutal, man. Brandon McManus, dude. And by the way, all right, so Brandon McManus over 1.5 field goals. All right, who was watching that game and saw him doink that first one right off the upright? And I was like, oh, no, he's going to go 1 or 2. Oh, my God. But no, we ended up getting there. Jaden Daniels over 21.5 completions. What did he end up with? 22, right? Like, we played that one sharp. Tigers and Yankees, I mean, that game just absolutely smoked. Aaron Judge hit 2 home runs. Mets, Phillies, over 8.5. That series, also tons of runs. Aaron Judge, like I said, hit a home run. He actually hit 2 yesterday, so plus 225. I wish we got double on that one. And then Jaden Daniels, no interceptions. You know what's funny is that the hardest bet so far in the NFL has been interceptions. We have not seen many of them. It's been difficult. So we get to work. We get to work this weekend, baby. We get to work and knocking it out, man. But, yeah, another good night. Again, who's got it better than us? Nobody. All right, let's jump into it, man. We're going to have a ton of fun. All right, so we've had some issues with slides and things, so we don't have a poll, but we've got pretty much everything else, okay? So we're just glad that we're online, all right? This is like the early AOL days. We're running off of 500 hours disc. All right, no, I'm kidding. But, yeah, Google Slides is down, so we've got a couple issues that are popping up. All right, now our schedule for today, and then we'll get into it. Friday, you can see it. 10 a.m. Eastern, we're live right now. All right, then 3 p.m. Eastern for Driving the Nightline. We'll be live this afternoon, so come hang out 3 p.m. Eastern. Talk more Major League Baseball, college football, all of that. Okay, now let's do it. Let's go ahead and jump into the picks because we got a lot to get to. All right, I tell you what, Big Greg, you start us off, big dog. What you got, man?
Yeah, big weekend ahead, and this is just a taste of what we're getting into for the football weekend. But there is a massive amount between college and the NFL season going on throughout the entire weekend. Let's start in NCAA football. It's moved a bit. We took this on Wednesday. Wisconsin, Alabama under 47. I think we're down to 44.5, 45, somewhere around that region. I still like it. I think this one's going to be a battle. Wisconsin is going to do the best they can to move the ball. They're going to grind it out. But above all else, that defense is still strong enough to me. I think it will be somewhat of an offensive struggle on both ends. Give me the under 47. Give me the under 44 if you could get it. Otherwise, probably, tone it down, see what you can get, maybe wait closer to game time. Texas A&M, we got them at the touchdown plus a 7 here. Like them as well this weekend. Should be another very interesting matchup. And then we'll finish up with the home squad, Stanford Cardinal, going up against Boston College. I think Boston College gets it done again. I am very much down on this Stanford team. Haven't seen much that's really given me any kind of hope on either side of the football. We saw what they did or didn't do against BYU. The defense looked okay, but I blame BYU's lack of ability to score above everything else. So on that side, we're done. The NFL side, we're going with a teaser. Cardinals -0.5 point. Lions on the pick'em should be around a -120, depending on your book. Taking that with a 6-point teaser. And then tonight, I'm just going the full Bay Area fade. Dodgers on the money line. Coming off a guy, yes, he just missed his no-hitter last time. However, it's going at a nice pitching park. Ball is, I don't know if it's going to fly as well tonight. You know what? Bay Area has been heavier air. It's been a little humid, but you know what? The rain has been in and out. It's getting towards that kind of San Francisco feel that we're used to. I like the Dodgers tonight. I would lean them on the run line as well, but we'll make it easy here and take the Dodgers to win straight up.
Well done, my friend. Well done. Okay. All right. Bradley, let's jump over some soccer, my boy. What you got today?
Yes, sir. We are headed to Poland, the top flight of Polish football in the Ekstraklasa, in a matchup between Lechia Gdansk taking on GKS Katowice. We're looking for both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals on the bet split at -145 and -135. But you'll notice this has moved a lot, not in a good way. So you're probably just going to have to be able to take that over 2.5 at some juice. But Poland, it is absolutely popping this season. I've been talking about it over and over again, but specifically Lechia Gdansk at home scorers. They've now scored in 17 of 19, but 2+ in 6 of the last 7 at home. They also scored 3+ in 3 or 5 of the last 7. So they regularly hit the totals alone. They hit both teams to score in a freakishly high rate, but specifically at home, it kicks up to 82%. And then you also have on the away end, GKS Katowice, who's also a scorer. They've scored in all 4 matches they've ever played versus Lechia Gdansk, which is important because they're playing them today. They've also scored 2+ in 6 of their last 10 matches, and they're a conceding team just like Lechia Gdansk. 24 of the last 29 in the league. That's 83%, but 2+ in 6 of the last 6 when they're away from home, including 3+ in 3 of the last 3 away from home. So you can see we're attacking these home and away splits between Lechia Gdansk and GKS Katowice. Both teams to score with that over 2.5 on the bet split. They even do it in the matchup history. 2 straight with this exact matchup with the home away split. They actually got all the way up to 5 goals. So we're just looking for both teams to score in the over 2.5 goals in Poland's top flight, the Ekstraklasa. Both teams to score -145, over 2.5, -135. But you're really looking now around -150. Get it in. It's probably still going to move.
Still going to move. Now, bro, I got to tell you this. All right. So well done, man. Great job. All right. Lechia Gdansk sounds like the most fire pudding cup of all time. Like it's the ultimate in a pudding cup. Now, here's the question. When you were in school, did you guys buy your lunch or did you guys bring a lunch, Brad?
Both. So early in my life, when I was in the metro school system, I brought my lunch.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Williamson County, and then I bought my lunch because we actually had good food. I mean, you could buy
lunch. Yeah.
You could buy good stuff. Pizza, chicken nuggets, just the normal stuff.
Yeah. That's at Williamson County, that tax money, those dollars go a long way.
Oh, yeah. And then to go from where I went to where I went, I appreciated it a lot more than others did. So, yeah, it was nice.
Now, you went to high school with a couple celebrities, I understand. Kesha, right?
Yeah. Kesha Rose Sabert. She went to Brown High. And then Haley. Well, no. Robbie Ray went to Brown High.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a couple others.
Dude, what's funny, and real quick, like Greg, now, were you a bring your lunch guy or buy your lunch guy?
Bring my lunch, and then those like specific pizza days or whatever, you would buy it when it was like round table or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a bring my lunch guy. Totally a bring my lunch guy, right? Dude, we were blue collar. Look, I had a brown bag, a sandwich, all right, and applesauce, cinnamon applesauce, can't hide money. And yeah, dude, I bet I brought my lunch 1st to 12th grade, like every day on lock. Yeah, I was a big bring my. Okay, anyway, sorry. I don't know why I got it. Dude, by the way, side note, we were talking about Brentwood. And if anybody's not familiar, Brentwood High School, all right, this is in Nashville. Well, it's in Williamson County, which is right beside downtown, but it's in a very nice area. But you've got a street, all right, that on one end of the street is Brentwood Academy, and then all the way down the other street, which is not a super long street, by the way, you have Brentwood High School, okay? And these two schools, go back and look at whatever sport you want, soccer, NFL, MLB, like it's crazy in Nashville how much talent has come out of that road. You know what I'm talking about, Brad? Like if anybody ever knows what I'm talking about of Brentwood High School, what road is that? It's not Granny White. I can't remember which one it is, but
it is. Yeah,
it's a Granny White. Yeah. Granny White
High is at the intersection of Murray Lane, so you might be thinking of that.
Yeah,
but yeah, there's a lot of talent there, but at the public high school, we don't actually have to pay to recruit the talent. They just come to us. So I'll always be on the side of the public.
So, and I'll get to the picks 1 second. But last weekend, think about this if you're in high school. All right, so Brentwood Academy has same deal as Brentwood, multiple 4 or 5-star players, right? So a lot of college football coaches come to that road and recruit this time of year. All right, happen to be and see over Brentwood Academy side this past weekend. They had two people out there. Think about this if you were a dude in high school. On Friday night, Josh Heupel and Peyton Manning show up to recruit at your game. You imagine the feeling walking around Monday knowing, yeah, you see Peyton Manning? He's here to see me. Yeah. Not a bad feeling. Yeah, look, Eccles. Second string, Brentwood Academy, high school kicker made 59. Bro, the talent on that street, like in every sport, is wild. So, anyways, that was Nashville talk. All right. So, all right. 3 plays for me. UCLA team total over 34.5. Okay. So let me just tell you. Well, that sounded terrible. Let me just tell you. Let me say we've taken shots at Nico Imilaba, most brutal last name to pronounce. And yeah, man, he's 0-2 ever since leaving Tennessee for UCLA. However, he's picked it up, and specifically in the second half of games. And he was like this at Tennessee too. It's a slow start, but when he gets going, Nico can play. And against New Mexico tonight, UCLA has the best chance they're going to have in a while of looking good, putting it all together, and I think that tonight's the night they do it. Now, playing a spread, I'm not messing around with it because I don't trust anybody that plays for UCLA. Let me say this. I trust people at Brentwood High School more than I trust at UCLA. All right? And that's not a joke. That's a true story fact. So I'm not playing anything with UCLA except points because I think that Nico and the Bruins tonight, there's no team out there that needs a good showing more than them. And they get to do it on Friday night against New Mexico, who's not good. It's a perfect spot to do it. So I'm going to take the team total for 34.5. Kansas State, Arizona. And Greg, I'd love your thoughts on any of these if anything stands out. But I think that Kansas State, Arizona is going to be a hell of a game tonight. Like, I think that we're definitely going to have a shootout style. Quite frankly, I think that this game gets to around – I mean, this game could get in the 60s. But 58, 59, 60, somewhere around there. Like, that's my shot. Like, that's where I believe, that this game is going to land. So it's going to be a ton of fun. Kansas State needs to step up. Arizona, same deal. Like, I'm excited to see it. We're going to learn more about both of these teams tonight. Kansas State's been a weird start to the year. And then finally, Colorado and Houston over 44.5. Hey, let me tell you this, man. Deion Sanders, the guy can coach. Now, say what you will about your kids and playing for, like, whatever. His hubris, say all that. That part, that doesn't matter. They can score. Colorado can score points. And they need to have a good showing tonight as well. Houston can play. Yeah, Zach, Kansas State will have their starting running back tonight. I hadn't played since week 0. There we go. This Colorado-Houston is a sneakily great football game for Friday night. Like, I'm excited to watch it, man. It's going to be fun. So we're going to take the over 44.5. So those are the 3. You've got 2 from Brad, and you saw multiple there from Greg. All right, fellas. Let's real quick. So in your feeds, you have NFL show for NFL week 2. Sorry, I was trying to think in my head. There's like 11 or 12 picks on the NFL show, and there's like, I don't know, 10 something college football. So check those videos out. They're in your feeds. If you just go to Driving the Line just on YouTube, right? You'll see them right there on the front page. I've got it. We keep the front page of Driving the Line very, very organized, very clean. You can absolutely find everything you're looking for, I assure you. So yeah, go check it out. Those videos are legit. We go through all the big games. I mean, dude, and let me just say, you know how seasons start, and some games are fun, some games, Tennessee, East Tennessee State, like who really cares, right? Well, let me tell you what. It gets real in 24 hours. Tennessee, Georgia tomorrow, Florida, LSU tomorrow. It gets absolutely real. And my boys, they flew down. Davey Burke that was in the chat, and Blake and some of the other dudes, they flew down to New Orleans for the weekend, and they're driving down to Baton Rouge to go to that Florida LSU game. Davey's from LSU, big LSU guy. So, dude, it gets real, absolutely real. So check those out. College football, NFL, got you all set up. You're ready to go. Don't even worry about it. You can just turn it on, and same deal, man. Put the picks right up. Dude, you'll find it quick. It's awesome. Check it out. Okay, let's get into home runs for today. All right, so 2 things. Number 1, Big John Eccles said, Tennessee. There we go. Vols and Bulldogs, baby. It's going to get real. Okay, now. All right, Greg. So we had to pay respect to our man, Brad. All right, so Brad, you have the honors of going first, and I even gave you visual graphic rights to the list today. Look at beautiful Kyle Schwarber looking good right there. All right, Schwarb's plus 200. Aaron Judge plus 245, Byron Buxton of the Twins plus 265, Juan Soto of the Mets plus 345, Jose Ramirez of the Guardians plus 400. Brad, where are you going today?
You know, this is a hard one. I'm back here on a Friday. My guy looking swole in the picture. Gonna go Dong Central. Kyle Schwarber plus 200. Cash it, baby. It's already happened.
Yeah, I love it. Dude, Schwarber reminds me of the baseball version of Jason Kelsey. Yeah. Like, Schwarber could be a Kelsey bro, like a cousin. He could be a Kelsey cousin. Good. Hey, look at the forearm work. I know.
Great.
I know. Looking sharp, dude. Schwarber. Hey, that's how, dude. That's how he muscles them out. Greg, where are you going today, big dog?
I mean, I got to follow the trend and stay with the guy that's hitting well. I'll go with Judge today. Puts one out of the yard yesterday. He's been hitting the ball well. I like what I've seen from him. So we'll go with Judge at 2, almost 2.5 to 1.
There we go, man. Yeah, Judge, he hit 2 bombs yesterday. Dude's absolutely smoking the baseball, man. All right. You got Schwarbs, you got Judge. AB, Matty B might have accidentally gotten banned. What? All right, I'll check it out. I'll have to do it after the show. I apologize. What happened? Who banned Matty Boy? Oh, my God. Matty Boy taking the Commanders loss tough last night. I'm sorry, brother. All right, so Schwarber and Judge. Man, I want to go Byron Buxton today. Yeah, give me Bucks, man. I'm going to go 265. Look, I'm feeling some Minnesota love. Hey, you want to hear a funny story real quick about Minnesota? So we're up there. This was, check me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was the Eagles. Yeah, it was the Eagles and the Patriots Super Bowl, okay? So we're up there for the week for media week. I'm not going to the game, right? But you know, the week before the Super Bowl, the lead up is 2 weeks. First week is a bunch of media stuff. And then, you know, us losers get out of the way and, you know, they actually work towards winning a Super Bowl, right? And we're not bothering them. But we're out there. So we get done with the week. And again, it's February in Minneapolis. Okay. So it's minus 45 degrees. Like legitimately, that's the temperature, not the feels like, the temperature. It's the coldest thing I've ever felt in my life. Long story short, we get done with the week. It's Friday night. We're flying out on Sunday. So we've got a free day on Saturday because there's no work, right? So it's like, all right, I've got it's at 24/7 Sports. I've got 2 or 3 some of the younger dudes with me. So I was like, screw it. You all worked your ass off. We're going to the bar. Let's go. We're going to drink. We're going to go have some damn fun, right? So we go drink. Long story short, it's probably 2:30 in the morning. It's minus 50 degrees at this point. Everything is frozen on the street. Imagine downtown Nashville, but everything's frozen. All the water coming out of, but like it's the whole street is ice. Long story short, these 2 dudes start fighting outside the bar. And I was like, oh, this feels like Nashville now. I said, no, I know this world. So I told the dude, I was like, hang tight, I want to watch this, you know. I want to see how these dudes fight in ice. And it was not good, and it sounded horrible when they hit each other. And I was like, okay, fellas, stop. I just broke it up. I said, dude, this is not going to be worth it at all. And they were both drunk, and they literally go, yeah, you're right. My bad, boy. All right, see it. And just walked out. So anybody that's been to Minneapolis and seen anybody fight on ice out there, dude, that cold is no joke. No joke. I was not prepared for that. All right, speaking of that, let's jump into the weather here from Major League Baseball. It's enough story time. Japan said, I'm going to be at the Florida LSU game tomorrow. I have 1 ticket if anyone wants to come. Man, well, it's close. I'd be there. Like I said, a bunch of my boys are going to be there, man. So maybe we can link you guys up. Yeah, you guys would you'd have a ton of fun with them. They'd have fun, man. You guys would have a blast. All right, raising the cup, 75 degrees, feels like 74, no rain. 7 miles an hour, blowing right to left, kind of in. Be careful with this one. We all know Chicago, the wind is for real. They call it the Windy City for a reason, right? So when it's not blowing out, it can be tough. But both these teams got to pick it up. Kevin said, hey, B, remember the time I thought Krosky Merritt was going to own the night and went heavy on – yeah, I feel you on that one, bro. Dude, that slow start, that was brutal. They've got to pick it up. All right, Pirates and Nationals, 78 degrees. Feels like 80, no rain, 6.6 miles per hour, blowing right to left in. Again, pretty much the exact same weather that you have in Chicago, you have in D.C. So, yeah, if you're – look, let me tell you, though, the Pirates and the Nationals are 2 teams that have absolutely been hitting. We just rode the Nationals against the Marlins in that series. There's been runs after runs after runs after runs. So keep an eye there. Could find some gold, man. Look at the Royals and the Phillies here. 78 degrees, feels like 79, no rain. 3.8 miles per hour, blowing right to left and then blowing out. And the wind increasing. So as this goes, Brad's play on Kyle Schwarber. He's going to have great chances tonight. Like, I know this weather doesn't seem great, but it's pretty darn good, man. For this time of year, we'll absolutely take it. All right, Rangers and the Mets, 73, feels like 71, no rain. 6 miles an hour blowing out. Solid, take that. Yankees and the Red Sox, 64. Look at this, man. It's going to feel like 61 degrees tonight. Boston, 0% rain, 5.5 miles an hour blowing in. Astros and the Braves, H-Town coming to Atlanta. 80 degrees, feels like 81. Of course, there's no rain because it doesn't rain in Atlanta. And 4.5 miles an hour blowing left to right. Cardinals and the Brewers, 70 degrees, feels like 69. 0% rain, 5.6 miles per hour blowing in. Big Tony said Red Sox have owned the Yankees, and they certainly have, man. Scott, you guys are the best. That's you, brother. Good to see you, man. How we doing? Reds and the A's, 82 degrees, feels like 80 degrees, no rain, 8.5 miles per hour blowing out. Finally, Dodgers and the Giants, 64 degrees, feels like 60 degrees, no rain, 9 miles an hour, blown out. Really nice weather here. I mean, tough park to put them out, but yeah, solid weather. All right, so we actually do not have the analytics. That's all the baseball that we have. I couldn't get the other slides to load. However, we're going Vader bomb. I can't do the W. What did he do? It's Vader time. It's Vader time. Good morning, crew. Jack. Good morning, my boy. Good to see you, man. Going Vader. I like it. All right, now not speaking of Vader because that has nothing to do with anything that Brad was talking about. But Brad, it's Friday. We talk home runs, but we talk goal scores too. Bring it home, big dog. What do we got?
Oh, baby. We are back in Europe. So who is excited? You know this guy is. We got a whole bunch of great matchups this weekend, but what we're trying to do is highlight those players that we are most likely to find the scoring net. So it's either with a goal or with a assist. So the ATGS is anytime goal scorer. TSOA means to score or assist. So both of those can bring those in. But starting from the top, we got Erling Haaland plus 100 in the Manchester Derby. He is at home and Marmoush is out, which is his companion who does sometimes take goals away from him. So at plus 100, that's a pretty great line given the fact that he has scored in 2 of the 3 matchups this season and 3 total goals in 3 matches. Next, we have who? Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Our boy, Kylian Mbappe, minus 110 again. What, honestly, are they thinking? He's now scored in 3 of their 4 matches this season. The only time he didn't score, he actually scored twice, but VAR took it away for offsides twice in that match. So that it would be a tough run there for Kylian Mbappe, but he should be back this weekend to get a goal against lower competition. Now, we also have the dude who has done it for us in every single match this season, Seru Girassi, minus 115 over at Borussia Dortmund. He is their star striker. Not only has he scored in all 3 matches this season, he scored in this exact fixture against Heidenheim, their opponent this weekend, last season. Looks pretty good, like he could get in the net, especially at minus 115. We're taking Seru Girassi, and then we've got 2 more players here. Let me get a sip real quick. Voice hasn't been back yet over a cold, but we got the 2 score or assist market. We're going first to the United States of America. Same name, same guy, Hyung Min Son. Plus 100 for that 2 score or assist. He is playing a weak defense against San Jose, who's conceded 2+ goals in 7 of their last 9. So if they have 2+ goals conceded, he is leading the line. He has a really good chance to get in the net or assist his pal, Dennis Bouanga. And then last but not least, we've got Joao freaking Pedro, absolute legend this season, moving over from Brighton to Chelsea. But we got to ask you, where is it? Here we are. Are you ready, Prem? No way, Pedro. Are you ready, UCL? No way, Pedro. Oh, he came from Brighton after a call from Chelsea. Yo, wow, Pedro. Scoring for fun, whether it's 1, 2, 3s. Yeah, wow, Pedro. Who's on the end of a Palmer assist? Yeah, wow, Pedro. Gittins on the left. You know he won't miss. Yeah, wow, Pedro. Yeah, wow, Pedro. Yeah, wow, Pedro. Yeah, wow, Pedro.
Joao freaking Pedro. Well done, man. Dude, and the songs are so strong. Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Dude, I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, that was something.
Dude, well done. All right, so Brian said one more time. Oh, dude, I love it, man. And I absolutely love this segment, dude. I love that we do these. All right, so we got a couple minutes before we'll jump out of here, right? Let me put up the picks. Actually, let's read through them again. Greg, hit yours. What you got, buddy?
Yeah, college football this weekend. We are on Wisconsin, Alabama under 47. We're on Texas A&M plus the 7. We're on Boston College minus the 13. NFL, we're taking a teaser this weekend. We're going with the Cardinals minus a half. Pair that with the Lions pick'em. And in MLB tonight, we're taking the Dodgers money line. I would also dabble with the Dodgers run line here tonight in San Francisco.
Nice, man. All right, Bradley, talk to me, big dog.
Yes, sir. We're going to the top flight of Poland, the Polish Ekstraklasa, in a matchup between Lechia Gdansk taking on GKS Katowice. We're looking for both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals on the bet split. We got that at minus 145, minus 135, giving us a minus 140 probability in the Polish top flight.
In the Polish top flight, yeah. UCLA, that wasn't Polish at all. UCLA team total over 34.5. Kansas State, Arizona over 54.5. Colorado and Houston over 44.5. Okay, now, here's the deal. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll make a deal with everybody that's here right now. If you could hit the like button, okay, we'll hit all the college football and NFL picks real quick. Was that Bobby's mom, AB? Don't you know? Oh, for corn's sakes, dear. Dude, I love everything. Like, you know, Bobby's World. Do you remember Bobby's World? Oh, for corn's sakes, dear. Don't you know? I love Bobby's World. All right. Yeah, if you can hit the like button, if you're watching on the screen, grab it, pull it down, hit like, pop it back up. I'll tell you what. Let me run through the college football and NFL picks for you real quick. So we're all set up here. All right. Tennessee, Georgia. Whoo, it gets real tomorrow. We're taking the over 49.5. These are two young football teams. Going to be good. You're going to see some points, but you're going to see some defenses that break down tomorrow. Game day is going to be there. Going to be fantastic. UCLA, we already talked about it on that tonight. Alabama, taking Alabama's team total over 33.5. Now, I agree with Greg in this game. I don't know how much Wisconsin's going to score here, but I can tell you that Alabama, their coach, one win didn't solve all his problems, okay? Let me just tell you, at Alabama, your life is a problem, okay? Alabama wants to win football games, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't worried about feelings, nothing. So, look, I'm going to ride Alabama with points for a little while, for a couple weeks because, yeah. Memphis money line, Big Brad. There we go, right there. Going with the Memphis Tigers. My dad went to Memphis back in the day when it was Memphis State, boy. So, shout out to everybody in Memphis. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Whitehaven, stand up. Let's go.
Shouts.
Yeah, dude. That's where he hails from. Oh, lefty QB at Whitehaven, baby. All right, Memphis money line, Virginia Tech money line. All right, I think it's a good bounce back spot for them. Vandy put it on them last week, boy. Nobody, hey, people don't want any of that Diego Pavia smoke coming out of West End, boy. Oh man, yeah. All right, I'm getting out of control. LSU money line and Notre Dame money line minus 115. Ole Miss money line, South Carolina money line plus 100. And then Georgia money line. Yep, I'm doing it against Tennessee. And then Clemson money line against Georgia Tech. Put those two together. Plus 156. Now, it don't stop. NFL Week 2. Bills money line, 49ers money line, plus 100. Chargers money line, Cardinals money line, plus 105. Bengals money line, Cowboys money line, plus 122. Seahawks plus 2.5. Eagles minus 1.5. Titans plus 5.5. Throwing picks, Matthew Stafford interception. Tua Tagovailoa interception, minus 120. Daniel Jones, I'm riding it until you throw one, big hoss. Great week 1 for Daniel Jones, man. Happy for him, but I'm going to ride him for a pick here. Patrick Mahomes over 4.5 rush attempts plus 105, and Patrick Mahomes 1 interception minus 105. Brad, the Chiefs get a reprieve this week. You know, last week they had to play the Chargers in Brazil, and now they get to come back to the United States and play the Eagles. Good luck. what a brutal schedule start. Like, I mean, it's the Chiefs, right? Like, not concerned about, it's weird though. They're the only team in the AFC West that didn't win in week 1. Everyone else is 1-0. But let me also say, people lost a lot of money fading the Chiefs. People lost a lot of money fading them, but I don't know about you guys. The Philadelphia Eagles, I don't know if they have to pass. Like, I'm not saying against the Chiefs. I'm just saying in general. Like, they just line up and say that we're just going to do our thing. And
yeah, it's insane.
Like, it's one of those teams that, like, in soccer that has a great defense, but also averages like 3.5 goals a game. And you're like, Jesus, like, what do we do?
Oh, yeah, let's stop the run. Okay, well, they're just a pass on you. Okay, let's stop the pass. Oh, well, they're just going to run on you. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, we have nothing.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the Eagles are built for this. Like, oh, my God, man, that's going to be a hell of a game. So I'm not putting down. Yeah, I'm not putting down Kansas City. Like, I'm acknowledging, like, you got a little screw job here from the NFL schedulers. By the way, also, think about that. Have you ever seen the room that they use to do the entire NFL schedule? It's crazy.
Isn't it one family that has done it forever?
Yeah, done it forever. It's nuts. And, like, I mean, think about it. You've got to plan 32 teams, right? Like, you got to get all these brackets and things correct. But then, remember, these stadiums a lot of times are municipal stadiums, like the Titan Stadium. They'll have concerts all the time. And, by the way, if you ever get around an NFL grounds crew, hang out with them. Those dudes are classic, like, just country asses. I don't care where you're at, whatever team. They're all going to be the same, and I love them. Those dudes hate when concerts come in because they have to replace the whole field. People walk all over it. You got a stage. Like, yeah, dude. Those weekends where you have, like, the Billie Eilish is playing Friday night, then you've got a game Sunday. Like, they have 24 hours to replace the entire field. You know what I mean? And they're not happy about it. Oh, man. Grounds crew folks, dude. Those are my jam. Those are my folks, man. The mascot office was right beside the grounds crew office, at Nissan Stadium. So if you go up the visitors tunnel, to the left is the visitors locker room. To the right is the grounds crew, because they could just, like, cut in the middle of the tunnel and come down and, bring the John Deeres and whatever. And then the mascot office is at the very end. So walking up at any time, you'd hear just screaming from the players, either like getting hype or pissed off at halftime, like, that's its whole deal. The grounds crew's pissed off because there's, like, chunks of grass coming out of just natural play that they have 8 minutes to go fix, right? So, and I'm just standing there in a raccoon suit, laughing my ass off, listen to people yell. Oh, memories. Oh, my God. Okay. Anyways. All right. We'll get out of here. Greg, any final thoughts, man, for the weekend? Anything NFL, college football, like anything you're thinking, looking at?
Yeah. Should be, another big one in terms of where we stand with college football, getting into that part of the year where, these games are starting to matter. You can't risk getting to another spot with a loss here. And as always, make sure you guys are staying consistent with your role. Long season ahead, obviously lots of opportunities to cash, but lots of opportunities to go wayward with it. So stay stubborn with your units and make sure that you guys are doing it the right way. Obviously it will pay off for itself if you're listening to the right people like this and doing the right thing unit wise long term. And last thing of all, of course, the tragedy on earlier this week is a horrible thing, but hopefully it gives us all a chance to bring ourselves a little bit together and realize that we can achieve whatever we want if we can just be able to talk about it. Unfortunately, conversation should be the thing that brings us together and doesn't tear us apart.
Well said. Well said. Addison, also well said. The frog suit was pretty cool in Mario 3. It was. All right. The frog suit is number one. Number two is the big boot. You know, when you only get the green boot like once. The number three, like the Tanuki suit, where you have the tail that you can fly, but then you can
the raccoon flight, the raccoon one.
Yeah. And you can also turn into stone. But the frog suit was number one. But dude, yeah, give me the raccoon flight. I know, dude. It's solid.
All you need is about 20 feet of running room, and then you can fly all the way to the end.
That's true. All right, Brad, any final thoughts, buddy, before we get out of here?
There are multiple seasons in the football world, which means we have one like the Finnish Veikkausliiga, which has just hit its playoff stage. And what that does in a lot of these countries around the world, it means that the season's not over, but they split into two halves, a championship group and a relegation group. So you have a top half who are going to be battling it out for promotion, and a bottom half they're going to be battling it out for relegation. You won't see that on your book. All you'll see is a league match. So you won't know that unless you actually know that, which is why I'm telling you that now. And when you get to those playoff matches, things tend to be a little bit different. They just play different football, and you can see it right there. We are trending in that goal market, one of the highest scoring leagues consistently in the world. But now that we've hit some difficult pastures, we could see some variables, just like in Europe, because this past week in international break, tons and tons of players got injured. Important players who are going to be coming back to their club teams or not coming back in the starting lineup, which is going to affect a lot of players. And a lot of reasons why we took those TSOAs, the goal scorers, it's because some of those players alongside some of those players got hurt during international break. So just be careful with your bets. Make sure your lineups are crisp. Keep the units low. UCL starts next week, so all the teams that have just come back in the top flight of Europe have to turn around and play the most important matches outside of their league. So just be careful. Things are going to get tricky over the next week, but they should start to settle in.
Getting tricky. I like it. Now, Joe said it best. Look at the big brain on Brad. Look at the big brain on Brad. Oh, dude. Pulp Fiction's a great movie. What the hell was I about to say? Oh, my God. I completely lost it. Oh, okay. All right. Hang that slider. All right. Okay. Last question, then we'll get out of here. Okay. This is going to sound personal. And I mean, no. All right. I found the greatest video to fall asleep to of all time. Now, are you guys, when you sleep, like, are you full quiet, like no TV, no nothing? Do you have a TV on? Do you like, how do you get like, Brad, are you full quiet? Like, how do you go?
I could go back and forth in the quiet department. So if it's something that is consistent, like a storm, I could have that on as noise, but I don't need any lights. No lights shining, blasting. Even if it's a night light, it's going to distract me. So the light problem is an issue, but hearing wise, I can do it all.
Yeah, I 100% agreed. Greg, what about you? Are you silent?
Less is more. Sound is always iffy because then you end up trying to focus on what you're actually hearing.
On what you're listening to? Yeah.
I have a F1 audiobook on the history of F1. And as interesting as it is, I'm asleep in like 5 minutes when I listen to it. The guy has a great monotone voice too. So that's my go-to.
Absolutely. Okay. So what I found, and look, I'm not married, so, that plays into it as well. I don't have kids. That, like, all that stuff kind of plays into it. You don't want to just, be just playing music, like through the house. Anyway, so I definitely have, it's just me. So, like, I definitely have a playlist, and it's usually on, like, YouTube, right? Like, could be anything. It could be, submarine sounds, which is phenomenal, by the way. If you're someone who likes, like, what is it, ASMR, ASMR, like, those kind of sound audio things, submarine, it gets the job done. Now, I'm a box fan guy. Yeah, I see it in there. Addison, box fan for life. I roll with a box fan too. And a box fan is loud because it's real blades, right? But so I wake up and the YouTube, you have like your playlist like to fall asleep to, but you wake up a couple hours later and the algorithm's gone rogue. Like you don't know what the hell is playing next. You know what I mean? Like it's just going, right? So I wake up and like YouTube on my phone is going, not loud, but like it's going. So that's normal, right? But I listen and it's this older British guy, okay? With Greg, the voice that you were talking about. And I'll link to it. Long story short, it's this British guy talking about how way back in the day, all right, how people fell asleep in castles because and he goes through the construction of castles of like how like castles are built for protection. They're not built for comfort. So when people slept in them, royals, the staff, whoever, at night, wind, ice, snow, it's just coming through because the castle's built for protection. Anyway, so he talks about all the ways that these people built things to stay warm and the clothing that they wore. Anyway, long story short, it's a British guy talking about how all these people use these technologies, or not technologies, but use these tricks to fight against cold weather. Like you will feel warm and just like in the most, I don't care what kind of bed you have. He's describing people sleeping on the ground in December, in Russia, in a castle, right? Like, and I'm not doing it justice, but it's the most relaxing thing. And you'll lay there and you're like, oh, my bed's not that bad. Like, it's pretty comfortable. You know what I mean? Like the way he describes and the way it's written, it immediately, like I was kind of up and then I was like, nope, this is going to absolutely work. So I didn't give it a good description, but I'll link to it after the show. I'm telling you, if you're somebody who needs a little I've got to hit a little NyQuil and a couple melatonin to go to bed. Like I don't know about you guys, it's not easy. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that was castle talk. Brad, you been castle? Hey, you ever go to that castle over there and off 840?
I've driven past it.
Yeah.
And the ones in Kentucky are all really cool. When you're driving north, all on 65, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I don't know why Kentucky, but there's a bunch of castles.
No. There are. I don't know why either. Yeah. Joe said, dang, AB, I would never wake up. I'm telling you. Like, I didn't describe it very well, but describe someone like going through, and he has the perfect voice of all time, right? And he's just like, and when you set a fire, the heat would actually rise up, and I'm telling you, like, even if you are, you don't have the most comfortable bed or you don't, whatever, like you will feel so comfortable. You're like, oh, I got it pretty good. You know what I mean? And he's just describing, he's like, and the snow would, people would wake up with like a foot of snow on them, and it's like, oh, dude, this ain't bad. So anyways, okay. That's enough of that. Zach said NyQuil and melatonin would put me in hibernation, bro. Yeah, dude, that NyQuil move. Are you guys melatonin guys? No.
I used to be when I needed to get a little bit of sleep when I had both the little ones.
Yeah.
Now I'm so tired by the end of the night, anyways.
Now it's done the work already. You're good. Yeah. Tony said golf rounds 1 through 3, and wife asked, "What time do I want to get up?" Oh my God. Hey man, I'm telling you, I'll link that video. Like I didn't describe it well, but like you'll know what I'm talking about and you'll hear it and you'll be done. Absolutely done. Tosh said, AB, nice calling the over in the MLB. Hey, absolutely, man. Dude. Yesterday was nice. Man, we've crushed some Major League Baseball. Now, home runs are getting tough. AB, who has the best hotel beds? I'm a Four Seasons guy. All right, so I'll say this. So number one, and we'll give a shout out to our boy DG, Drury Hotels actually decided, like they saw one of their biggest costs were beds, obviously, across all their hotels. So Drury decided, man, you know what? Like, we're just gonna create our own beds. We have so many hotels. Like, we're just gonna buy a manufacturing plant and do it ourselves. And their beds are phenomenal. Like, they did it to say we can save money and make a better bed. I'm telling you, State of Drury, they're dope. Who did Liddy say? You said Four Seasons is tough to beat. I mean, you get in that category. What's the other one? Four Seasons and the Ritz-Carlton. Ritz-Carlton. I mean, those are money. Now, those are solid. I'll say this. You know where first off, the Sonesta Select off Donaldson Pike near Elm Hill. You ain't beating that. All right, I don't care. Four Seasons, 8. No, I'm just kidding. Four Seasons dope, and Sonesta is not in that category. I'll say this. Courtyard by Marriott that's a tough hotel chain to beat. Now, they're a little expensive, right? But Marriott Bonvoy owns everything now, right? But like Courtyard by Marriott's are, dude, solid. Yeah, Brad, Greg, any thoughts? Any hotel beds? I'll tell you this: Best Western Plus. You guys think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. Best Western Plus has redone all of their hotels throughout the country. Dude, you want an economically priced hotel? They're money, dude. And I don't mean expensive. I mean very comfortable for what you pay. Less than $100, like on a week, on a Friday. Dude, where are you going to get that? Brad, what are you talking about?
I don't actually, I've stayed at a bunch of hotels, but I can't say I've stayed at one so many times that I really, really know the difference.
Yeah.
I probably just abstain. My opinion would be irrelevant.
No. It makes sense. And a lot of it is, the same manufacturers make the same beds across the board, right? Greg, any hotel chains that stood out to you? Holiday Inn Express, Liddy said, those are great. Absolutely great. Yeah.
Yeah, Marriott. I agree. I think that those are all over the place. But I remember specifically staying at Appalachian State has one on campus, and we stayed there. And I remember that being the most unbelievably comfortable bed. Maybe because we were in college and we were used to staying at like Motel 6s and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that being the biggest. I was 6'3", almost 6'4" in college, and long, lanky, and being able to stretch out and not be over the end of the bed was a big deal. So I remember those being unbelievably nice. And I don't think anybody did much that weekend because everybody laid in bed all nicer than our beds at school.
You're like, yep. We're not getting that. We're not moving for this one. Now, Bibbo, got to give you some love. 10 DTL memberships, bro. Thank you, dude. Huge, Bibbo. And by the way, did anybody follow Bibbo on his parlays? This boy smoked some parlays, man. Absolutely crushed it. Bibbo, thank you so much, brother. Well done. Thank you, man. And welcome to the 10 new members to the DTL crew. Jixie said, I'm 10 minutes behind the live. LOL, big brain Brad. Addison said, you can sometimes buy hotel mattresses and such for consumer use. Oh, nice. Yeah, Marriott, Courtyard by Marriott is a great one. Cambria. I don't know how spread out Cambria hotels are, but if you see a Cambria, bro, I'm just telling you, I can't tell you how many nights I stayed. Cambria, all right, off Donaldson Pike and Royal Parkway. All right, Nashville, you get off Donaldson Pike. That's the airport exit. Mm-hmm. You go down Donaldson Pike, Shoney's, take a left. All right, the big post office is on the right. If you take a left and go down that hill straight to the airport, the interstate, right? Behind Shoney's. And there's a hotel, the Cambria. They have them across the country. I don't know how many states, but that hotel is so good and so comfortable. And the prices are phenomenal for what you get. So check it out. The only thing is, and check this out, like Google it or whatever, the Cambria Hotel in Nashville is, when I say right beside the Nashville International Airport, one of their runways. I mean, it is right beside the runway that goes over Interstate I-40, okay? So you're in the hotel, and I'm telling you, it's like 30 feet of clearance, like on the landing. You know what I mean? Because the plane's coming right over that, right over 40, boom. It is loud. It's loud. You forget how loud planes are. But yeah, Cambria Hotels, if you ever see them, they're awesome. Kirk, Blast of the Past reference, Shoney's. I love that place back in the day. Me too. Me too. Now, what's also crazy, are you guys into true crime or anything like that? Somewhat. Okay. So if anybody is, Joe, wouldn't that be loud? It's absolutely loud. But you get used to it. And it's kind of cool because you see planes take off and land like that close. I'll send a video of it afterward. Like, it's insanely close.
What do you need?
Yeah,
what do you need?
Let me. All right. What was I just saying? I just asked a question. Big true crime. Shoney's. So Shoney's, a restaurant that still is in Nashville, headquartered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shoney's started the fast food serial killer of Nashville. Do you remember this story? In the 90s? Yeah, look it up. The fast food killer. Okay? Nashville had a serial killer in the 90s. This guy worked at Shoney's. All right? Killed an employee there. Goes to Captain D's. Kills everybody there. I probably should stop saying all this. Goes to McDonald's. Does the same. Like, Nashville had a serial killer in the 90s. And it was all fast food places.
Yeah. McDonald's, Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. Paul Dennis Reed. Is that his name?
Yeah. Nice.
Paul Dennis Reed. All right.
Killer mustache.
Oh, big boy.
Yeah.
Yep. Jeff, wow, I'd forgotten that, AB. Yeah. So, I mean, look, there are Netflix docs and, like, there's a bunch of YouTube stuff. So if you're into, like, true crime, like, and you're looking for something this weekend, check it out. And, well, I won't say anything else. It is a hell of a story. A hell of a story. Joe said, sounds like a serial killer name. Yep. But anytime you get all three, your government's in there, when the middle name gets worked in, the more names that they give, the worse your crime.
Or you play basketball at Kentucky.
Yeah, that's also true. Everyone has three names. Everyone. Like SG, like all of them. I know, right? Like everyone's got the hyphen, like the cool name.
Contavious Caldwell Pope is still my favorite name.
I know. I swear. Dude, we would say the same thing, like as a Tennessee guy, like, you know, Kentucky's one of your rivals in all sports, right? And like you would see basketball and you were like, dude, everybody's got the hyphen name. It's awesome. Yeah, if you're into, like, if you're looking for like a true crime deal, yeah, check that out, man. It was crazy. Like, and he knew what he was doing. Like, this wasn't like a one-day thing. Like, he had Nashville for months. They had to have, like, police getting people out of fast food, like, across. I won't say anything further, but, like, if you're looking for one of those. Willie Cauley-Stein. Yeah, Carl Anthony Towns. I swear, Greg's absolutely correct on that. Like, everyone from Kentucky had the hyphen cool name. I know. Calipari, that was like one of the recruiting things, I guess. Yeah. But dude, for real, check it out. Paul Dennis Reed. You're right. Hell of a mustache. Yeah, he had a hell of a mustache. Okay. All right. Yeah, Jeff said, if I ever heard my full name, I had an ass whipping coming 100%. Jeff, my brother, I think we grew up similar. Michael Kidd Gilchrist, dude, there's so many, I know. It's wild. Bitsy, I go to sleep watching true crime. Is that weird? Oh, no. No, not at all. I do the same thing. Like those kind of, Joe said, can I see the pics? Yeah, buddy. Inside. Let me get them up. Sorry. Yeah. No, that's not weird. Well, maybe it makes both of us weird, but I do it too. I like it. Yeah. Check that, like, Paul Dennis Reed, man. It's a solid one. Okay. All right. Greg, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Yeah, I guess I'll answer that one question. Yeah, I mean, for the series this weekend, it's going to be difficult. You're getting the Dodgers. You get the Dodgers playing here, getting closer to that magical number. And, they want to clinch it as quick as they can, too. If anybody knows about trying to be healthy, it's this team after what they've gone through all season long. So I would definitely look at Dodgers however you could. Giants have been playing really well. And I think that comes back somewhat down to earth with how quality the Dodgers are top to bottom offensively and defensively. And then I guess for tonight, I would say I like Houston. I do like the Houston game. I think that they will handle business and cover that 4.
Houston's a good football team.
Yeah.
This is a good football team. They're no joke. And you know what? Look, we're riding the over, but that total's 44.5 for a reason. That's a low college football total. You know what I mean? Look, Iowa State is like 38.5. We're not far from it. So there you go, man. But I'm with you. Houston's a good football team. All right, Brad, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Just remember that we're in Poland's top flight, the Poland Extra Klasa. So not Poland 1 or 2, the Extra Klasa.
I'm in Poland 3. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Poland 2. That's who I want to play for, dude. When I grow up, I want to play for Poland 2. Dude. All right. So I'm going delirious. Okay. All right. We'll get out of here. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. We'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern with more shenanigans. We'll be live for more Major League Baseball, college football, all that. Kirk said later, guys, got to go. Kirk, good to see you, buddy. Good to see everybody. All right. Best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We'll see you this afternoon. Peace. Who's got it better than us? No!